gonna do today, Napoleon?
Whatever I feel like it. Gosh!
I'm gonna vote for Pedro Athletes of the Week.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you may happen to be tuning in. I am Brian Carpenter, sports editor of the Meriden Record Journal, and welcome to the Vote for Pedro edition of the Spring Record Journal Athletes of the Week. And big thank you to my son Daniel, an aspiring actor in his own right, for making the show at the beginning. And this is the last show of the spring season. Aaron, what are we going to do with ourselves on Tuesday morning from here on to the end of the school season? I can tell you what we're going to be doing, getting our Record Journal Athletes of the Year video together. For now, we're going to bring you our last slate of candidates for the spring season. And everything is reaching its peak with the state tournaments. We got the conference tournaments this week. We had Platte Maloney last night. And we're really looking forward to the state tournaments that, of course, we didn't have last year. And every spring, we always have kids and teams go far and wide, and we know it's going to happen again this year. So let's get down to it, because Aaron, you and me and Shawnee and all the guys are going to be doing a lot of running around over the next couple weeks. All right, let's get after it. You saw our winners from week 5. How about that? The 2 girls winning. Good for you, Miss Peruccio and Miss Veglianti. Very proud of our girls tennis players for stealing the election away from the guys. Who says women can't hold higher office? Ha! I don't want to hear about it. Here's what we're going to tell you now about our boys and girls nominees. We got 3 of each for week 6. Where are we going to start, Aaron? Let's start on the golf course. We're always thinking golf. We got golf courses right up the street here in Portland. This young man does his thing over at Hunter Golf Course. He is from the CTC Nutmeg Division champion Wilcox Tech Indians. He is Mr. Cole Malizewski. Look at that hat. He's a Red Sox fan. But that's not why we picked him. We picked Cole because last week when the Indians wrapped up the CTC Nutmeg Division, Cole won 2 medals. He had a 40 against Kaner up at Hunter. That's 5 over par. Excellent round for him. And next day, Torrington Country Club. He had a 43, won the medal that day too. Cole Malizewski, the senior, leading the way for the Indians. They'll be playing Ellis Tech in the CTC Championship. Good luck to Coach Steve Wodarski and his boys. Cole Malizewski, boys nominee number 1, here in week 6. Our second nominee, he is from Cheshire High School. He is Mr. Ian Wurtz, the sophomore catcher. And we wanted to go with Cheshire because, you know, they're a young team and they really struggled early on. Some tough luck, some tough breaks. Really a decent team learning on the fly. And it showed because at the end of the season, they won 4 straight. And they did qualify for the Class LL tournament. And in that 4-game winning streak down the stretch, the Rams beat Fairfield Prep, ranked number 7 in the state poll. Game Time CT's state media poll. Prep is still up there, ranked number 7. And Ian and the Rams knocked him off 7-zip. Ian had a double in that game. But what really sealed it for Ian, the next day they come home, they play Notre Dame West Haven, they win 5-4. And Ian throws out 4 dudes on the base pass. In a 5-4 game, that is everything. Ian, good work. He's only a sophomore. He is the catcher. Look for big things from him in the years to come. Look for good things right now. He is boys nominee number 2 here in week 6. Our third and final nominee. Hey, Aaron, I got to tell you, I had you get this guy's shot on Friday at the Platte Maloney track meet because I knew he was going to perform. I knew this dude was going to be nominated this week. Of course, he is Mr. Marquis Ward, freshman, Maloney High School. What a performer this guy is. And again, like Ian Wurtz, we're going to be talking about him in years to come. We're talking about him right now. He won the 100, the 200, and the long jump against Platte. And no surprise there, he's been dominating in those events. And we look forward to seeing what he can do in the Class L meet. He's put up some really good times, 10.8 in the 100. That's flying. That is fast. He's hit 20 feet 3 inches in the long jump. Again, he'll be someone to watch next week in the Class L state meet. He is boys nominee number 3 here in week 6. All right, let's move on to our girls slate of nominees. And 2 of them happen to be from track. And I got to say, Aaron, even before we move on to our girls nominees, who I'm really excited about, we got to say one nice little anecdotal story about Marquis Ward, our boys nominee from Maloney track. Aaron just reminded me of this. You know, Aaron and Sean Crofts had covered the Platte Maloney meet on Friday. And Aaron sent a nice photo of Marquis competing in the 100 meters. He said, you know, man, I've got like 5, 6, 7 photos of this kid in this race, and none of them are his feet touching the ground. So I guess it's safe to assume he levitates as he runs. Marquis Ward so fast, his feet never touch the ground. Our girls' nominees, well, one of them is a very, very fast runner, and she is from Sheehan High School, the vaunted Lady Titans. They've had 2 nominees so far. They have a third in Miss Avery Winters, junior sprinter. She's been a good one since her freshman year. She's been all RJ and probably will again this year, and for good reason. She won the 200 meters at last week's SEC East Sectional Championship meet. The SEC Championships are on Tuesday. Aaron and I are filming on Tuesday morning. The SEC meet starts in a couple hours, and we know Charlie Farley's girls are going to do big things at that meet too. Probably Avery Winters. She ran a 26:36 to win the 200 at the East Sectional, and she was also on board with the 4x100 relay that won at the East Sectional and lowered its school record time to 49.171 seconds. Avery runs with Clarice Aminowang, Allison Villano, and Patrice Mansfield. Patrice was a nominee a couple weeks back, you will remember. Right now it's Avery's turn. Miss Avery Winters, good to see you again, eh? She is girls nominee number 1 here in week 6. Second nominee, we said it was track. It is track. We're going on the other side of Wallingford. Here's a champ at the SEC East Sectional. Did she come out of nowhere? Not necessarily. She is Miss Mackenzie Grady. Mackenzie's been here before in volleyball, 2-time All-RJ and All-SEC volleyball player. This spring in track, she is stepping out, throwing the javelin, 103 feet, 6 inches, 103-6 to win the SEC East Sectional Championship. And here's what's also cool about that 103-6. It is, so far, the top throw in all of Class L, and that is the state championship meet in which Mackenzie Grady and the Lady Trojans will be competing in next week. Good luck to you, Mackenzie. For now, you are girls nominee number 2 in week 6. Our third and final nominee, hey, this is one of my favorites. I got to say, with Athletes of the Week, I like looking for the kids who might not be the superstar players, but they're just so invaluable to a team's success because they're like is it the chemistry, the camaraderie? They're the kids. They're like the little link kids who hold things together, and they produce maybe when you're not expecting it and in ways you're not expecting it. But they get the job done. They just have a way of doing it. And one of those girls for the Southington softball team, the mighty Southington softball team, winners of 17 in a row, 18-1 record, right here, Miss Madeline Napierski, Southington High School softball. She's a junior. You know, she's like a designated player, utility player. And check out what she did last week. 2 big games in 2 days for the Lady Knights. They have Cheshire on Thursday. Cheshire and Southington. Hey, you know, these are teams that can meet in the Class Double L final like they did in 2015. Great game. It was a walk-off win for Southington 3-2. And the girl who delivered the walk-off hit, Miss Madeline Napierski. And then the next day, she comes back. They're facing Hall and their ace pitchers, Sophia Garner-McKinnon, just the strikeout queen. And, you know, so Southington really has to manufacture against a pitcher like that. And they did. They won 4-0. And 2 of the runs were scored by Miss Madeline Napierski. And what's cool about this, Aaron, is she actually scored 2 of the runs in the same inning. She was used as a courtesy runner. She ran for one girl, came around and scored. And no sooner than that she did, she went out and ran for another girl, came around and scored again. So go figure. How often do you see that? Not too often. Madeline Napierski, your contributions, once in a season type of stuff, you were an easy pick for girls nominee number 3 here in week 6. And on that note, we are in the books, Aaron. We are in the books. You have your final slate of candidates. You can vote between now, 6 o'clock Wednesday, Sunday at midnight, myrecordjournal.com/sports. We'll bring you our winners some way, shape, or form next week. But this is it. Last contest until the fall. We got to get after it in the state tournament just like you guys do. And on that note, I take my leave of you. I am Brian Carpenter, sports editor of the Meriden Record Journal. My best to my man, Aaron Flom, Sean Kidd Crossick, Ron Buck, Kevin Arnold, Riley Millette, all my guys out there getting it done for us. Getting it done for you guys. And we do appreciate you watching. Take care of yourselves. Be good. Have a good summer. And be looking forward to our Record Journal Athletes of the Year video. That'll be coming in June. We cannot have the brunch this year, but we'll bring you another awards video. Aaron, looks like we got another project on our hands, my man. Let's get after it. Be good.